to be able to receive what we want, how to remove the mental blocks that we have from childhood. Some people were born and they were like, in our family, we are not rich. Like in our family, we need to gather like 10 people to raise 1 million naira. There are families like that. So some people are coming from this background. So the last class we had dealt a lot on removing those family blocks, mind blocks, and letting you know that as an individual, you can make millions. I mean, you can make millions on a regular. I'm not talking about make millions in 1 year. I'm talking about you can make millions every single week, every single month. It's possible. I need our response. I need our feedback. Because if you don't believe it, that means what we're here to do is just pour water on the rock. But I want us to know that it is possible, especially in this business. Maybe there's a business you will be in and you will not be able to make millions every single week. True or false? There are businesses that no matter how you sell, you will not be able to hit 1 million in a week. But the business we've been opportune to be in is a business that you can make 10 million every single week. It's happening. I'm not talking from head knowledge. I'm telling you from reality. And I've been able to grow so much in this business and see how it kept on changing. And now I can say, wow, real estate business is that one business that can make you a 9-figure earner. Hundreds of millions. So first of all, I need us to know that it is possible to make 100 million. You might say, okay, the 100 million can be your annual target. For some people, it's their monthly target. So but wherever you are is beautiful. Start from somewhere. We just want to know that, okay, we are here. We all believe that this figure, this 9-figure is possible. Okay, so before we go into the slides and all, I welcome you all once again. So just get your pen, your paper ready because we are going to be dissecting the life of the world top billionaires. I'm talking about billionaires in dollars. Over the years, I've taken time to study a lot of people because if I want to be a billionaire, I should be able to study billionaires, right? If I want to be earning in thousands, I don't even need to study anybody. It's very easy. But if you want to move from where you are to where you want to be, which is 100 million, not many people are earning this figure. That's why a lot of people can't even pronounce it because it's not that common. 10 million might be a bit common. 1 million, you can do the transfer in 1 day. But 100 million, not many people are sitting on it on a regular basis. So that is why I want our mind to be expanded, to be able to understand it. So having taken time to study the life of the world billionaires, I found these habits we're about to discuss are the habits they have. They didn't just have it for one time. They are consistent in these habits. And these are the habits that have helped them not just become billionaires, but sustain the billions. Because it's one thing to hit 1 billion once, and then afterwards, everything will come crashing. So these are the habits that they have that as they applied it, their lives moved from where they are to where they wanted to be. We're going to be studying the likes of Warren Buffett. We're going to be studying the likes of Larry Page, the owner of Google. We're going to be studying Ed Milet. These people that I have taken time to study and they've impacted my life are the ones that made me to go from, there was a time I was selling, maybe you sell once in 3 months, sell once in 4 months. Some people will tell you real estate lie. Real estate business is an everyday business. You can sell every single day. And these people, when I took time to study their lives and apply the principles that they have been applying, I moved from 3 months to 2 months to 1 month, and now every single week I make sales. Every single week. So I'm telling you, it is possible. And there are things that you put in place that you can be making sales every. Do you know what it means to make sales every single week? You know, we are not selling pepper, we are not selling tomatoes. So every sale you make, something very reasonable is coming to your account. That is the business we are in. So we are going to be looking at the habits. Okay, let's go. So he said all successful people at one point or the other had this let me try one more time attitude. This I call this the habit of one more. The habit of one more. Note that down. What is the habit of one more? I'm going to explain that. The habit of one more is you. I'm going to be bringing it down to our industry, the real estate industry. What I'm saying is that you as a person, what do you do about your business every single day? You know, you might set out to say, okay, every day I'm going to talk to 5 people. After talking to 5 people, add one more person. Do you know why? Because that stands you out. And that one more person you're adding might be the one more person you need to close that deal for the week. I say I close deal every single week. So I have practiced this habit of one more. Every day I have a target of how many people I need to talk to. Either I'm telling them, oh, about lands, I'm telling them about buying houses, or I'm telling them about real estate trading. Because the beautiful thing is that we have several products in the company. So I have already planned my day that I'm going to talk to this number of people, but I always do something else. I add one more person I didn't plan for. And the amazing part is that that last person usually is the one that is ready to deal immediately. So have this habit of one more. I've talked to my uncle before. Talk to him one more time. I've seen my neighbor, I've spoken to her before. One more time. I've done this, I've done that. Try it one more time. It might just be that the timing when you tried it was not right. There was a case of a client coming to me. She wanted to buy land, and then after inspection, she didn't buy. 2 years later, she didn't buy. She now called me up. Okay. I would have said, I took you for inspection, several inspections. You did not buy, and then you're coming back 2 years later. I'm not ready to deal with you again. You know, some people will do that. You've wasted my time before, you wasted my money, I'm not ready to deal with you. But I didn't say that. I gave her full attention one more time. And guess what? She bought in multiples of millions. That one more time. Like within a year, she did over 100 million. Why? Because I was able to give her attention one more time. So whenever you are doing something, this is applicable to you in your life, with your friends, with your business. Try one more time. Maybe you say, this thing is not working out. Sleep on it. Try one more time the next day. By that next day, what it does for you is that you have more clarity. Maybe if you are angry the previous day, the anger has subsided, you can now think clearly. So when you are planning out your week, because I believe we all plan out our weeks as business owners, you plan out your week, say this is what I'm going to do this week. Add one more thing at the end of the week that you didn't add in your planning period. Maybe you said, I'm going to do this, do this. At the end of that week, maybe go to somewhere, speak to somebody that wasn't in your original plan. Say, I'll start working out. I'll be doing 30 minutes every day. You can add 5 more minutes. You can add 10 more minutes to it to get to your desired one more. You find out that what the rest of the realtors are doing, they are doing extra. So what it does for you is that it makes you think that you deserve extra. Because you see, other people, they go out once or twice in a week. You go out 3 or 4 times in a week. So you feel you deserve to close more deals, true or false. So that one more actually changes your mindset. It makes you feel you are above average. And once you have been able to communicate that information to your mind, you find yourself doing it, true or false. So your system, your mind, everything is telling you, You did more than this, so you are getting more than this. And once your mind is in sync with that, deals will start coming to you. Deals, and when deals come to you, you are ready because you feel I am ready for this. I'm qualified for this. It removes that disqualification from you. It removes that negative mindset that you are not worth this. It makes you feel I deserve this. That's the word. So that is what the one more does for you. And when I studied all these billionaires, I found out that they are extras. They do one more, each and every one of them. So now we are learning what they do that we are not doing that can make us become nine-figure earners. So the next one, we're moving to the next point. I said, this is the one thing that will make you, okay, stand out a lot. Stand out. A lot of people come and go. But when you remain consistent in doing something for so long, everyone starts coming for you and money will flow to you. That is consistency. So the next point is consistency. When you talk about the rich, the difference between the rich and the poor is the power to be consistent. So many people start businesses and those businesses shut down in 2 years or less. Why? Because they feel tired, they just give up. I've tried this in 2 years, nothing. They will now give up. Without knowing that 2 years of any business is awareness creation, true or false. That's the period you get to talk to people. They now know, this person is now sewing clothes or this person is now selling land. You are just creating awareness for the first 0 to 3 years. I will use my life as example. When I got into the real estate business, though mine was a bit different because in my first month, I actually sold. Why did I sell? Because I was working with a property and legal firm before then, so I had clients. I had clients that I was working with in that company. So when I started my own journey in PWAN, I told them, oh, I now have my own properties. When you want to buy, call me. So it was easy for them to call me. Why? Because they already trust me. I had integrity with them. So they were like, okay, I want to buy this land. That first month, I sold and I was so happy. I did not know what I did to sell, but I just sold. And then after selling that first month, sales stopped. You know why? Because I was not ready. I was not doing anything. It just came, just like success that was dropped on your laps. You didn't do anything for it. But to be able to sustain the tempo of success, you need to be actively working towards it. So what did I now start doing? I started learning. I started reading about real estate. I started reading about how to close deals. I started learning. And then it got to a point where I already knew what to do. Right now, I can confidently say that when I talk to a client, the only reason that will make you not to pay is you don't have the money. In fact, most times, if you don't have the money, you will do an initial deposit. Why? I was not like that when I started. In fact, when I started, most times I send my husband. I tell him, well, go and talk to this person. I have this client, just talk to this client for me. Because I wasn't so confident. I didn't go for inspections because then I was pregnant. So I didn't really go for inspections. But when I took time, I started going for inspections because I needed to know the products. If I'm telling you about free trade zone, I should be able to tell you what you will see. I should have seen it before then. So I started going for inspections. I started reading. Like, I made myself an expert in my field so that when I'm talking to someone that can afford to buy a property of 100 million, that person is no small person. That person has something upstairs. They will ask very intelligent questions. So when they are asking those questions, I should be able to answer them with an attitude that says, I know it, not that I'm about to ask. Do you understand? Because there's a confident attitude, confident but humble, that you use and respond to them. They'll say, I want to make payments. So after passing all those series of trainings, I found myself in a place where all the clients that bought from me started referring their friends. They were like, if you're looking for professional real estate service, call NAOMI. Why? I was not like that before, but I was consistent. Every single day, I was posting about my business. If you come to my WhatsApp status, you'll see my business. If you go on my Facebook, you'll see my business. If you come on my Instagram, you'll see my business. Someone said, carry your business on your head. Like, hawk your business. Nobody will feed you. If I need urgent 2 million now, nobody will give it to me. They'll be like, you never talk of 2K and 2 million if they find. So you need to put yourself out there, because these are the things that feeds the family. These are the things that foots the bill. And then I'm blessed to have myself and my husband in the business. So there is no other extra source of income. All we know is the real estate business. So we have to be best at what we are doing. So there's a certain lady, she's one out of so many. I didn't know she's been monitoring my status every single day for 3 years. As in, she monitored my status for 3 years. One day she chatted me up, was like, Naomi, I want to buy this property. She sent me the flyer. I was like, I didn't post this property anytime of late. Yes. She said she had it since. She took it from my status, started saving for it. She never asked me any question. And then she said, Naomi, my money is ready. I want to make payment. This is someone I've not spoken to in years. And we're not even talking. We're on WhatsApp chats. And so we are still talking. She said I should send her all the details. I sent all the details. I sent the form to fill. She filled the form, transferred. We did not talk. Like, there was no phone conversation. But she was so confident in me. Why? Because every single day, she's seen my business. Every time I go on inspections, she's seen me there. Anytime I'm in office for trainings like this, she's seen me there. In our anniversaries and programs, she's seen me there. So she knew that this is it. She said she didn't call me before then because she wanted to see that I am consistent in the business. It's not when she pays for her land and now say, I'm now into jewelry business. I'm not doing real estate again. And then secondly, someone bought another property from me the same way via chats. Now, I'm telling you what consistency can do for you. This person is in Enugu. I'm in Lagos. We've not spoken in over 15 years. He's been watching my status. Same thing, say, Naomi, I'm interested in this property. I gave him all the information. Next thing he said, can I make payment tomorrow? We did not call. I'm just trying to tell you that consistency gives your clients trust for you. They don't need to hear your voice again because they've been hearing your voice speaking about your properties in the land. They've been hearing your voice when you go for your trainings. You update them. Some people think that they go for trainings, they take all the pictures, they keep it. In our business, it's a visual business. They need to see it. They need to see you going for inspections to know that it's not someone else that you are marketing for, that it's your business. They need to see you doing trainings. Okay, she's getting more information to be able to serve us better. They need to see you doing things related to your business. You go for certifications, you post it there, like you are a certified real estate consultant, different things you do, and they are watching it. You know, some people, they post today, they post in 3 months' time. You are killing your business. This business is a business that requires you to stand up and show up every single day. Now, remember, I want us not to forget, this is our target. We are working towards 9 figures, and these are the things other PBOs don't do. There are people that post once in a week, true or false? I have some success lines I've been working on. They post once in a month. And I'm like, you're posting once in a month, and you expect someone, if I'm the one, I cannot give you my money. I only see, and maybe that once in a month, that person that wants to buy is not even seeing it. It's not even online, thank you very much. And it's that one time. So how strong is your desire to make the best of your business? You are in a business that can change your life. You are in a business that can give you any amount. Like what I do every month, like this next month that is coming, I'm already planning for April. I write down my goals for the month and I write down my financial goals. I write down how much I want to make. Then beside it, I'll write the estates I want to sell. When I write down the estates I want to sell, I go for inspection to those estates. Why? Because I need those videos. If I'm telling you I want to sell Emerald Lakeview Phase 3, and I'm not posting videos of Emerald Lakeview Phase 3, I'm not going to sell it, because what will generate the interest is the videos of that estate I'm posting. The flyers, the fact that I'm sitting down talking about it is getting your interest. I have a lot of people now that's for the month of April are looking at paying for Emerald Lakeview Phase 3. Why? Because I've been talking about it. In fact, a friend of mine, I had a meeting with her and her husband for something generally different, not about real estate. You know what she told me? I love that your estate, Emerald Lakeview Phase 3. I turned to look at her like, this is someone not in real estate. How did she know the name? She called Lakeview Phase 3. She called Paradiso by Boulevard. I'm like, so people are watching. They are watching, they are paying attention, they are taking notes, they are taking what they want. When they are ready, they call you. But if they are not seeing anything, they can't take any notes. And when they are ready, I've had a lot of people that maybe they saw someone else's flyer, they bring it to me and say they want to buy from me. What is it I'm doing that that person is not doing? Because if that person is doing what I'm doing, they will buy from the person. Because they feel what being out there does for you, it makes you look, I'm using the word now, look like an expert, one, before you become an expert. So if you are there talking about the lands, if you are there talking about the off-plan houses, if you are there talking about why they should invest in real estate, they are listening. One of the things I started doing and has been generating lots of traffic for me is I started talking about things in real estate, areas to invest in and areas not to invest in when you're looking for a certain thing. What it does is that people pay attention to you more. They say, okay, this lady that sat down and explained C of O, Gazette, Excision, Freehold, if she can explain all this, that means she can give me a good deal. True or false? So they are looking for a property. They will not call the person that sits down, faces the light, and they know the business. So nobody wants to put in, let's say, they are 50 million with someone that is not sure of his or her business. So what I want us to do going forward, own your business. Own it, even if it's not the only thing you do. Invest a bit of time into it. Take time, go to these estates, make videos, make quality videos where you stand and you talk. Make videos where you sit in your house or you sit in any of our offices and you talk about the products. You can choose to talk about survey. What's survey plan? What's registered survey? Why should you pay for it after you've paid for your land? What is deed of assignment? These are the things that give you credibility in the eye of investors. These are the things that when they see, they'll be like, okay, I think this person is a serious-minded realtor. I would like to deal with you. So that is what consistency does for you. So next time you are thinking about how can I make sale every single day, every single week, please make sure you are posting. Don't let any single day pass you. Sometimes, though this is not a good part, but let me just crack us up small. Sometimes maybe I'm feeling strong, like, we've pushed the body, you just need to rest. And then you're like posting on that same day. My husband will be like, you're still posting. I don't need to use energy to post, true or false. I'll just lie down on my bed and post out something. I always have a lot of materials on my phone. I do pre-recorded videos. So even in the days I'm not available or I'm not strong enough to sit down in front of the camera, I already have videos down that I can post. So that, and what it does for me, I don't just post those videos of lands and houses. Mind you, your page will become so boring. People know that whenever they are coming, there's only lands and houses they are seeing. I add funny videos too. I add things that will draw them. In a day, you're seeing like 200 people viewing your WhatsApp status. And in those 300, two will buy. But why have they grown to that 200 that once I make a post, I check it in 1 minute, 10 people have viewed it. Why? Because my status is always very interesting. I post educational things, I post different things that will get you interested. One of the things I do that for is I want you to chat me up. Naomi, send me this video. Or Naomi, this is very funny. Or then we'll first of all have that conversation. Then I'll tell you what I'm selling. You know, some people they just wait for when I can talk to this person, or you just send the person a message. We have this estate, this no prior conversation. People have not spoken before. You are just on your WhatsApp and you just send her land to buy. Do you know where she is? You first of all look for things that will get you a good communication with the person. Once you're in that position that, oh, you are now talking, and I try to make any conversation linger. Maybe you tell me this. I will find something personal to tell you to keep the conversation going until I can now get to the point of talking about my business with you. So that is one of the things I'm doing that you should do too, to make sure that every week someone pays for a property with you. Okay, the next slide, multiplicity of days. This is by one of my favorite millionaires, Ed Milet. How many of us know Ed Milet? Wow. You know, you've heard of him. Okay. He's when you're talking about people that will teach you how to move forward very fast, he's one person. You can Google him. His name is Ed Milet. He is a sound guy that when you sit down from his trainings, you will learn a lot. So he talked about multiplicity of days where you can get 3 days in one. He said you can have 3 days in 24 hours. This helps you achieve 3 times more than the average individual. What does this mean? Let me give you his day. You know, we all have 24 hours, right? You know, some people inside that 24 hours, they have more hours. This is how his day goes, and that is how my day now go. Because I copy good things. When I saw it and I saw how his life is turning out, I had to copy it. His day one is from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. That's his day one. 6 a.m. to 12 noon. So the same thing you do from 6 a.m. to the end of the day is the same thing he will do from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. Let's say in a day you've planned to have 4 meetings, you plan to go to so and so place. Everything he has planned to do in a full day, he does it from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. What would that do for him? It makes him act fast, talk fast, think fast, act fast. Everything is just very productive. You know, some people, they wake up by 6, they are still drawing lane. Hell. Then you now go, bathe, then take your time, eat breakfast for 30 minutes. If your day is 6 a.m. to 12 noon, you will not take 30 minutes to eat breakfast. In fact, your breakfast will be on the go. True or false? That's just it. So he does his day one, 6 a.m. to 12 noon. Day two, 12 noon to 6 p.m. 12 noon to 6 p.m. Yes, that's his day two. Then day three is 6 p.m. to 12. Do you understand that? We are all on the face of the earth. We are all given 24 hours. There's someone else, and he's been doing this for over 30 years. His net worth is $450 million, and he's 53. When you look at the quality of life he's currently living, you know that this is something to copy. Now, what I do, I plan my day. I tell myself from 6 a.m. to 12 noon, everything I need to do in one day, I'll do it in that day. That day, you will not see free 1 hour that you're using to watch Netflix. Am I right? What it does for you, it cuts off. Imagine if my day is 6 a.m. to 12 noon and my neighbor comes to gist with me for 2 hours. My sister, I don't have time for that. Like, I cannot. I might be cordial, we talk, we greet, 5 minutes. I've timed it. Max I have for felicitations, 5 minutes, and I'm on to the next action. So before you know it, you've done much more than an average individual. So you can try that. You might not do 3 days. You can start with 2 days. But I'm telling you, if you can do that, everything you want to do in a full day, you do it from 6 a.m. to 12 noon. Then another day, 12 noon to 6 p.m. Then another day, from that 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. Then from 12 midnight to 6 a.m., he's sleeping. So it's all balances out very well. What you notice that in a month of 30 days, he already has 90 days. Can you imagine? So if your target for a month in sales, let's say is 50 million, for example, his own target for sales in a month is 150 million because everything he's doing is times three. Have you ever thought of that? I've actually studied all the wealthy men. He is the only person that does this. And I see how it's impacting his life and his business. So it's something that you can try out. Don't sleep till 8 a.m. You can sleep till 8 a.m. when you start making your 500 billion. Then, then now that you want to grow the wealth and then put structures in place to sustain it, don't sleep till 8 a.m. Plan like that. 6 to 12 noon, day one. 12 to 6 p.m., day two. 12, 6 p.m. Sorry, 6 p.m. to 12 to 12, yes, is another day. Then you can sleep from 12 midnight to 6 a.m. or 5 a.m., anyone you desire. You still have good rest. Some people, even in that 12, they'll find themselves watching movies, doing things they are not supposed to do because they feel I can wake up by 9 a.m. We are business owners. We play by different sets of rules. So we should understand that if we do this now, tomorrow our businesses will be thriving. They'll be asking you, how did you move in a single year from maybe selling 10 million naira in a whole year to selling a billion? You know, we can do a billion in sales as an individual. We are looking at 100 million. Let's say if you can do 100 million in 2 months and then you continue to do that, in a full year, you're almost chasing a billion. Then calculate your commissions from there. Calculate your incentives. That alone, you've qualified for trips. You'll be at Ego Summit. You'll be, P1 Perfection is doing Elite Gala in Ghana. You'll be in Ghana. You will qualify for all the cards and incentives. But your goal was not even on that. So in doing what you're supposed to do, you earn every other thing that comes with it. So why not bend and walk now? Someone once said that when you are young, work smart and work hard so that when you become older, all the systems you've put in place will let you have the life you want to have. Next one. Frugal and simple lifestyle. This particular one, I learned it from one of the world richest men, Warren Buffett. I know we've seen his name as his net worth is over $136 billion. Let me give us a brief history about this man. At age 5, he started selling Coca-Cola. He will go to shop, he will get Coca-Cola, he will start knocking on doors one by one. I'm talking about a 5-year-old. How many of us have children that are up to 5 years? A 5-year-old child will go and buy Coke or he will collect it, knock on doors, sell it, return the money, and keep the profits. A 5-year-old. He was not born into wealth. You know, some people, when they are seeing his net worth, they think he didn't inherit anything. He was not born into wealth, but he started growing himself. His father exposed him to reading about finances at a very young age. At age 11, he bought his first stock. 11 years, he bought his first stock. At age 15, with his own money, not that his parents bought for him, he bought acres of land at age 15. You know, there are people, when you study their lives, you tell yourself, man, I've not scratched anywhere. A 5-year-old was making money. At 11, he bought his stock. He was making $175 every month. at age 11. And some of us, some of the children are 11 in the house. All they know is their tablet. All they know is, okay, they've advanced beyond Coco Melon to the next of the cartoons. Yes, at age 11, and someone is buying his first stock at 11, and he's making $175 every single month. Another thing, it matters how we train our children. His father didn't have the money to give him, but he gave him what he needed intellectually to be able to build his life. Before he was 25, he was already earning in millions. He was buying stock. He grew his wealth from stock market. He was buying stock, buying stock, buying stock, investing in stock market, investing in different companies, became major shareholder in several companies, that by the time they sat down to value his assets, over 136 billion. And he's currently 93 years old. But this is someone that started from 5 years. So he has lived and enjoyed his life. And he's still, imagine someone that started making that money that early, and at 93, he has not gone bankrupt. He has not gone broke. That means he understood the principle. That is what I want us to do. If we understand the principle, even if today the person goes broke, give the person 2 months, they will replicate it again. But if you don't have the principle, if they give you 10 billion now, give yourself 2 years, you burn the money. But if you're able to know how to multiply and sustain money, you'll be wealthy for life. That is what is working for him. And another thing I noticed about him, I said frugal and simple lifestyle. He has only one house. Some of us, when we hit like 50 million, okay, let me leave 50, 500 million. His own is running in billions. Some of us, when you hit like 500 million, you have holiday house in Hawaii, holiday house in Malaysia, you will be having holiday houses everywhere. This man has only one house. Do you know what he said? He said, I can only live in one house. More than one house means more responsibilities, more costs. I have to pay the bills for different staff to keep the houses running so that they won't depreciate. So he maintains only one house. As someone that has $136 billion, he still drives a car of 2014. A car of, when he can buy the latest model before they even produce it, his car is a 2014 Cadillac. He is not planning on changing. He said his car is working perfectly. It takes him to where he needs to go. So why change it? This man does not wear any designer clothes. He does not. In fact, he buys things on sales. Well, if you listen to him, you hear him. He always says this in all his programs. He says he buys his clothes on sales. So you see that time they say promo. A billionaire in dollars buys his clothes when they're having promo. And you, that you've not made the millions yet, you are buying Jimmy Choo, you are buying Chanel, you are buying designer. In your account, you have 5 million and you use 2 million to buy a bag. My sister, that is not wise. This man, down to even when he goes to KFC to eat, he uses coupons. He gathers his coupons and uses them. So he understands the power of saving and investing. We'll still get to that point. But I'm trying to let us understand the kind of man he is. He is someone that does not, he spends when he needs to spend, but he doesn't spend on things that are not necessary. He spends on functionality. Is this car functional? Can it take me to where I'm going to and back? Yes. He's getting that car and he's never changing it. What do I need? A roof over my head. One house is okay for me. What do I need? A t-shirt. He will just go and get unbranded t-shirts. Most times when you see him, he's on t-shirt. He does all his blazers. You know, sometimes to buy one blazer, you'll be hearing 2 million for a blazer. He buys them on sales. On sale. His shoes, he will tell you his shoes, he buys them on sale. See, and he's very wealthy. He can afford anything he wants, but that he has a very simple lifestyle for his class. Now, how much more someone that is trying to build? Why would you spend on something you can't afford? You save money. You save money to buy a bag. You save money to buy hair. Women. Women and hair. You save from January till June or from January to December to buy one hair, and you've not bought a plot of land. That is amazing. That shows the value you place on your life. Tomorrow you can be homeless with your hair. But many hairs can buy plots of land. Many hairs can buy half plots. So imagine instead of buying that hair, you bought land. Imagine instead of using that money to buy a shoe, you use it to build. Tomorrow you are in your own house. A lady told me something because she wanted to invest. That's a very funny story. She wanted to invest. She told me she wants to see me in my house. I said, come to our office. Say no. She wants to come to my house. Wow. That was a first. I've never had anybody that wants to come to my house. I said, okay. I considered it. I said, okay, come to my house. I gave her address and everything. She came with her friend to my house. She sat down. I walked her through everything. She told me something. He said, a friend of hers in church, the lady always wears one gown to every church service. One gown, one shoe. And they're like, you have a very good paying job. Why are you always dressing this way? She'll just smile. And then 4 months down the line, she called them for her house dedication. That if you see the house she built. So all through those period of delayed gratification, where she was looking like nothing good, she was building. All the money that entered her hand was going into that building project. She was building. She didn't have any car then. But she said the moment they dedicated her house, the next month she bought a car. And then afterwards, when you see her, you cannot relate. You cannot even compare how she was with who she is now. Why? That is the power of vision. That's a lady that understood what she wanted. You know, some people, they will just follow people's mouth. Let them not say, na my own bad pass. She didn't care. Whenever they told her things like that, she just smiled. She knew what she was doing. So she said it was that lady that inspired her to want to start investing. And before she left my house, she filled form and did transfer. Her friend too filled form and you cannot come to my house and then when I was done talking with them, they paid there and then, filled the form. I took my hard copy form. Next day I went to go and lodge everything in. So I'm trying to explain to us what this lifestyle can do for you. Sometimes don't buy what you can afford. Don't buy what you can afford because that money can go a long way in investments. How many of us do buy to sell for ourselves? How many of us? Very awesome. That's a very good one. I always do too. Because you can't be telling people, come and make free 30%, come and make free 50%, and your money is not there. They'll pay you commission, you finish everything. And then there's another rat race. And you're telling another person to come and make money when you have not started making it for yourself. You need to. There are sometimes you see, like there was a time I have budget for everything I want to do in a month. I have budget for maybe clothes. I have budget for everything. So I gave Taylor some clothes to make for me. When she gave me prices of all of them, I said, yeah, make 3, leave the rest. I'll come and pick my material. That is my budget. Why? Because I have a financial plan. Some people will just make everything and then you are left with nothing to invest. You have to practice what you preach. We preach investments. How many plots of land do you own? PWAN has made it so easy for PBOs. At least you have like 3 years, 5 years to pay for your own. Do you own anyone? Are you paying for anyone? And then tomorrow you confidently tell someone, this is your salary, you need to invest, and you've not invested. Like attracts. Okay, let's move to the next one. You have to be passionate about your career and you have to be passionate about your life. He said, will you wilt under criticisms or will you follow convictions? That's by Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon. See, all successful people do things they are very passionate about, and in turn, it provides so much wealth for them. Let me tell us a small story about this man, Jeff Bezos. At the age of 25, he told his boss, he had a very good paying job. So he told his boss that he wants to start selling books from his garage. The boss told him, that's a very good idea for someone that is jobless, that he's gainfully employed. So why would he want to leave his job and start doing that? The boss smiled and told him, just leave that. It's for someone that is not employed. After a while, he resigned. He started selling books from his garage. And today, Amazon, he's the owner of Amazon. Amazon has made him a multi-billionaire. His wealth is running into $196 billion from selling books that people were laughing at him. When he started from his garage. Like, he opened his garage and people come in there to buy books. He will put it online, people see it, and then he ships it from his garage. But today, he's a multi-millionaire. So sometimes you do things that people think you're crazy about. Like that lady, when she was building her house, she was wearing one clothes, one. She couldn't afford to change it. But everybody was making mockery of her. When he started, his friends were laughing, like, you're selling books from your garage. Guy, grow up. Things like that. But he did not. Now, all of them, this one is no more urgent 2K, it's urgent 1 million. Please send us something, or please, can you employ us? Amazon is booming. And for several years, he's flourishing in that same wealth. So he said, all successful people do things they are very passionate about. He was working, he had a well-paying job, but he was not passionate about it. He was passionate about selling books. He was about books and internet. So he had to resign. If he was still working, he would never be a billionaire. Never. He will only be comfortable. But this put his name on the World Book of Billionaires, just selling books. So he had an idea. That's another thing. We are all PBOs. We are all in the system. We are all selling. But you can have an idea that will stand you out. Like some of the ones I've been sharing that I do. There are things you do that stands you out from the rest of the PBOs. And then, some people, you see them every month they are selling. Every month. Is it not the same business? How are you doing it? How are you making so much sales? So you as a person can get a single idea that will change your business entirely. And then everybody will be looking at you and be like, wow. But when you start implementing it, they'll be laughing at you. That's one thing. I'll put it in a way Ed Milet said. He said, when people start laughing at you, know you're on the right track. When what you're doing does not make sense to your mother, your father, know you're on the right track. Because if it's making sense to them, that means they can understand it. But when you're on the path for something huge, it will not make sense to your neighbor. It will not make sense even to your partner. Because when it clicks, they're like, so this is all that you were doing and saying. Now we see. But they will always see the end result, not when you started. But if you quit before you get to the end, what they said would have been true. So still buttresses our consistency. Okay, to the next one. It said, don't follow trends. Carve a niche. Billionaires do not follow trends. They don't follow already existing trends and businesses. They find new way to profile solutions to existing problems. I'm going to use Larry Page as an example for this. Larry Page is the owner of Google. And he has become a multi-billionaire from Google. He said something. He was sleeping one night and an idea came to him. So he said the power of sleeping with pen and paper. When you're sleeping, have a pen and paper next to you, because ideas can come at any time when you are already on this road to success. He said he woke up in the middle of the night, rushed, took his pen and paper, started writing. By the time he woke up that morning and worked on developing what he got in that night, that's how Google came about. And had it been he didn't have a pen and a paper next to him, he wouldn't be able to stand up to go and look for it. That idea would have been gone before he woke up. And now Google has made him the top 10 richest man in the world. Google, now they own YouTube. Google bought YouTube and they are buying out several other businesses. Why? Because he was able to carve a niche for himself. If you have been following correctly, all the people I've been talking about, they are not doing what other people are doing. Warren Buffett specializes in stocks. Jeff Bezos selling books from his garage. That is unusual. He just thought of a search engine that can help people. So it was not available at the time. Nobody had it. He had to think outside the box. So for you, you can't say, oh, we all have the same platform. Yes, we have the same platform. You can create something unique that can take your business to another level. Very unique that you'll be sought after by everybody in real estate. You can be a brain in the real estate industry, but you need to pay attention to the real estate business. So you say, they find new ways to profile solutions to existing problems. All these people we've been talking about, they had problems they wanted to solve. You can look at maybe sales, look at the PBO system, look at what is that thing you want to solve, even if it is outside the real estate industry. What is that thing you want to solve? Brood on it, meditate on it, get something tangible that can be a solution for it, and money comes to you. Money comes to those that have solutions. Someone needs a land. He has been duped several times. He is very skeptical about buying, and the person comes to you. Your ability to put aside your desire to sell and first of all, calm them down and let them trust you is what will make that deal close. There's a client of mine, she called, she had an issue. She called for us to discuss a business deal. When I got to her house, it was another thing altogether. She was having issues with the person she was housing. So the atmosphere was not it for any business talk. She was just pouring out her heart for 3 hours. I had to be involved in that conversation, talking with her, cheering her up. This is me that planned a 30 minutes business meeting. And I've been sitting down there for 3 hours listening to her because she was so pained. Like the person she was talking about, she actually bought a property for the person, housed the person, and then the person just turned and started doing so many things that hurt her. So, first of all, you need to connect with the person as a human being. Drop your desire to sell. If at that point I brought up any talk of selling land and house, she'll, first of all, stop talking and just end the meeting. But because I was able to listen and finish, she by herself now brought up the topic. When she felt calmer, when she felt she was in the headspace to talk business. But if I was the one that introduced it when she was still pouring out her heart, believe me, that's the end of the deal. So most times, let's be human beings first. Yes, you want to sell, but your ability to connect with people. I have a client in the UK. Most times when she calls, she's like, Naomi, I'm so busy. She's a nurse in the UK, so many shifts and all. Say, I'm so busy. I will drop a word of prayer for her. I have something I want to discuss with her. But in that given moment, she's not going to give me audience. So you need to pay attention to the timing. When you say something at the right time, that's when it will make effect. If you say something very wonderful at the wrong time, it will not make any difference. So I kept following her up with, oh, don't worry, everything will be fine. I just leave words of encouragement. I'll leave the business talk. When they eventually bring up the business talk, they'll make payment immediately. because they be like, this person first understands me, first is not pushing her business on me. She's not all about the business. She's a human being. So you be a human being first. Those people, some of them, they don't even have who to talk to. They don't have who to listen to them. But your ability to calmly listen and advise when you can, you've won their hearts. I have a client say, whatever property she wants to buy anywhere in the world, she's buying it from me. She has met several realtors, and the treatment they gave her was nothing to write home about. I'm talking about someone who is worth billions. Someone that if she wants to buy a property, she can buy a property of 150 million, thereabouts. And then she's telling you, anything I want real estate, I'm calling you. My dear, on one side, my day is made. So that can be our story. Imagine if you have 10 of her. Why won't you be closing deal every single month? She can call you this month. I want to buy an apartment that I can put in the market for short lets. She can call you next month. I need to get a piece of property in Asaba. You say Asaba is good, right? Okay, let me take like 10 plots in Asaba. So you will get, and then she will now introduce her friends to you because you've given her excellent service. If you have 10 of those, these are our targets. You will meet and surpass it. That's the truth. Okay, to the next. Intentionally design your social circle. This is key. Your social circle, your friends, those that you sit down and gist with. Say, look for people who do not accept you the way you are. You know, some people like, take me the way I am. Don't take me the way I am. If you take me the way I am, you don't love me. Don't look for people that will take you the way you are. That means they don't have, the people that will take you the way you are, that means they can never correct you. They can never tell you where you're going wrong. You wear the back of your clothes, they will not tell you. So don't look for people that will take you the way you are. But look for people that will help you get better. I know if we check our circles, we know the friends that mean well for us. Because there are friends that they tell you the bitter truths. They know that you will not take this lightly, but they'll tell you, see, this thing you're doing is not good. Change it. They can be frank with you. Not the ones that, is that okay? Yes. Am I? Yes. No. So look for people that will make you better, not those that will take you the way you are. Then he said, then be around friends who talk about future plans and great dreams they are working and great dreams they are working on. Avoid people who only talk about the past. You know, there are friends here which you just be talking, remember when, see all those remember when. You are living in the past. You can never get better with remember when. Remember when we did this thing, remember. What of now? What are you doing now? Be around friends that will ask you, what's your current project? How much have you made this month? What's your target? What's your goal? What's your project for the season? These are the kind of people that will make you think far and fast. People that when you're around, they'll tell you, okay, I'm working on this project I want to put out in the market. I have a friend like that. He is always on a project. Like if I want to receive inspiration, I just call him. He has projects. Say, this is the one I'm working on in Malaysia. This is the one I'm working on in London. He has projects every single time. And when I knew him, when we started, he was not like that. He was as broke as the word broke. But he's someone that had his life planned out and he was following it. You never catch him. Yes, you can reminisce on the past, but some people, that's where they stay. Like, every conversation you're having with them is about the past. What happened to your present life? What happened to your future? Why are you dwelling? So your best life, you are thinking that is in the past. That's a terrible place to be. Your best life is in the future. So you should be around those that can get you there. Say, see, this is your business. You told me about this, right? See, do this, do this. Call this person, do it this way. These are the people that will move you to this 100 million we're talking about. Because if you sit down and you're remembering when you were in secondary school, how old are you now? They're still talking about secondary school. Remember when we were in university? and now you are having several children, you're still talking about university. What happened to this is the investment you bought for your son, this is the one you're working on for your daughter, this is, you have things in motion because there's something it does. It releases this dopamine in the brain that kicks you like when you get home from such meetings.
Thinking about your life. I wish my husband was here. There was a day I went for a class reunion. Class of accounting students because I studied accountancy. So we had the Lagos branch reunion, and when we sat down, everybody introduced themselves. Boy, nobody is doing bad. Every single one of that team is doing so. I've arrived. And when you see everybody doing so well, like, I've not gotten anywhere. I need to. Okay, the next one. So intentionally design your social circle. Pick your friends carefully. Don't let people pick you. Be the one. There are people that are in your circle to scatter your plans. There are people that are in your circle to find things to gossip about you. So be careful in selecting. I've met a lot of people in this life. I'm a very accommodating person, and I easily trust. I won't cut you off entirely, but we relate from afar because I have a goal for my life. And if you are distracting me from that goal, you will still relate, but from a distance, because you can't come and distract me from where I'm going to. So the same goes for all of us. Be intentional in picking your friends. Not everybody can be your inner circle friend. No. Have friends that you can sit down and hold strategy meetings with. Do you hold strategy meetings with your friends? So we are going to a cool hotel today. We sit down there, even if it's a bottle of water that we can order, we order that bottle of water. Sit down there and plan for the next quarter. First quarter just ended. It's ending this week. Have you planned your second quarter? Do you know what you're going to be doing, or you just live in the moment? No. So have those friends that when you call up, then you will sit down and plan, and then they are your accountability partners. If you are supposed to do this today, they'll call you, have you done it? If you've not done it, start doing it now. Those are the kind of people you need. If you have those kind of people, where you are supposed to get in 6 months, you get them in 2 months. Because they'll make you move fast. You make them move fast. So change your friend circle. If all you will ever do there is talk about people, if all you ever do there is talk about the past, please, speedily change them. I was telling my husband something. I told him, growing up, on February 14th, that is Valentine's Day, when everybody is going to go and find boyfriends, I always had a seminar for that day. Seminar? I'm talking as a teenager. I paid for a seminar, and that seminar is always on the 14th of February. And that seminar was talking about how to manage your finances, how to earn money. As a teenager, that was my love. I dedicated that day for things like that. Why? Because that is what I want my life to be. I want my life to be a life of success. So at a very young age, I was always attending seminars when people are wearing red and white. I'm buying roses. I was buying books. I was buying so much books. In fact, in my house, that was me. So I feel it had a way it shaped my life. So when other people are saying some other things, I'm like, I don't know how you can think like this because I've never been on that frequency. So we need to be on the frequency where we can attract these millions. If you think like a multi-millionaire, multi-millions will come to you easily. But if you think like hundreds of thousands, and it's hundreds of thousands you'll be seeing. So first of all, in that social circle you're selecting, find people that are very wealthy. Find people that are wealthy that you can go to their house, have access to one wealthy person or more. When you come, let them see how humble you are. You are here to learn. When you sit down, when they know that you are here to learn and your heart is open, when you sit down, they will pour out their minds. That's someone I respect so much, Dr. Fred. Dr. Fred, when I have a project I want to do, I will just do it. And he knows those that are genuinely open to learn. He knows those that their hearts are ready to learn. And when he sees you, he pours. There are times for 4 hours he will pour. Things that you will not tell any other person. Other people will just, because you are intentional, you are asking the right questions. Questions begets answers. If you ask the right question to a wealthy man, you get the right answer. But if you ask the wrong questions, he will just give you answer that he gives every other person. So when you hit the nails, they will break it down for you. And when you have those, you go home, tell it to your wife, and your life is beautiful. So this figure we are looking at, how many of us are making it? All hands are not up. I say, how many of us are making it? I'm saying it in present tense. I'm not saying it in future. How many of us are making it? I'm not saying are going to. How many of us are making it? I'm intentional about that. My hands are not up. I need you to see it. I need you to see yourself making this figure. Okay, I want us to do something before we move to the next slide. I need one person to come and spend 100 million. Write what you want to do with 100 million. One person, one very confident person. We say we are making it. Yes. If you are making 100 million, you should know how to spend it. One person should come and spend 100 million for me. Just write out what you can do with 100 million.
So 100 million.
Yes.
Of which 60% is investment, and the 60%.
Okay. Is investing 60%.
2 million to charity.
2 million to charity. Okay.
Probably buying a house.
Okay. When you are done, I want everything to sum up to 100 million. How much house you want to buy?
That would be a small house, like one roof.
So what this shows is that you've not really sat down to think about it. So I want all of us on your paper, think about it. Spend 100 million. The only time you can make 100 million is when you can spend it. So if someone said now, spend this 100 million, write how you can spend 100 million, let me give it to you now. And the way you spend it should be reasonable, because if food is not there, there are some basic things are not there. So, yeah. So all the things that should be there should be there. If someone say on the spot, if you're able to spend it correctly, I'll give you 100 million. That means you're not ready. You're ready. Come and spend 100 million for me. No. It's a free class. I thought you were having a conversation. So spend 100 million. There is no pressure. Just in your own way. If you get 100 million now, what would you spend it on? Just write for us. Or any other person that is ready. Don't tell me nobody is eager in this class.
The women are.
The men are winning. Our sisters, what is the matter? Okay.
So I have to make one.
You can adjust it. You can adjust it. Go and adjust it.
No, it's about the earning. I want to make more than 100 million.
Beautiful. That was what I was waiting for. I want him to realize that 100 million is not even enough. be honest, that's how that's why I not talk. Like,
I wanted everybody's talking about 100 million. I wanted someone to notice that 100 million is not enough.
because
inside this 100 million, so many things
one
are
was
going
already
on.
85, half of it is gone. And I was interested in that, what she said. That's already half of it is gone. So what I'm going to use with any
Exactly.
that's like pocket change.
You know, when you talk of 100 million, it looks so big. But until you are able to spend 100 million, you know that this money is something that should be coming in every month. That's the only way you can now comfortably live. So you see 100 million, these are our 100 million we're talking about. It's change. Let's move to the next one. Have raw enthusiasm. Believe in yourself. As well said by Warren Buffett, to earn so much in life, you need to be self-motivated. You need to be enthusiastic and you need to be confident. To be able to thrive in real estate business, you need to be self-motivated. You don't need anybody to tell you to get up and go for inspections. You need to tell yourself, I need to go for inspections. You need to tell yourself, I need to be at trainings. Because these are the things that will drive you to where you need to be. Then you need to be enthusiastic. You know, there are times when you're talking to people, they can catch your energy. If your energy is down, they are most likely not going to deal with you. When I say deal, I mean not close the deal. But if your energy is up, they can feel your excitement. Like, okay, give me the phone. I'm ready to feel it. So you transfer your energy. When you walk into a room, you know you transfer energy. You can feel the energy. If people in this room now are not following what I'm saying, I will feel the energy. And it will in turn make me reduce what I'm saying. But because I know that everybody is getting something, we are drawing. So when you are talking about your business, don't say that, you know, I sell real estate, we have properties that are for 10 million, 15 million. Are you serious? Are you ready to do this business? Like, when you can be talking with so much confidence, but humility. I always add that part. Because you can be confident and rude. Don't be confident and rude. You scare away investors. If you are confident and polite and humble, people will be attracted to you. Tell them, okay, what's your budget? Okay, my budget is 15 million. Can you do up to 20? Can we take it up to 20? 20 can get you a half plot of General Lakeview by Boulevard. I'll send you the video right now. It's a lovely estate located with very amazing amenities. I am giving you everything. When I'm done, I'm like, okay, I'll find the 5 million I add. I've seen the pictures and the videos and the way you talk about it. I think it has a lake inside. The environment is eco-friendly. It has double reinforced road network. You have 2 security checkpoints in it. By the time I'm done, I'm like, this is the place. Even if that was beyond his budget, he will do a payment plan. Why? Because I've been able to pass my message to him confidently, but very politely. So that's what we're talking about. So you also always be enthusiastic, raw enthusiasm, not fake one. People can notice when you're faking something. The joy. I'm so happy being in real estate. I don't know about any other person. When they asked me in my class when I was studying accounting in UNM, they asked, "You most unlikely to practice accounting." Everybody was calling me. I told them, I'm just studying this course because if I told my mom I want to study another course, she'd be like, no. Accounting will make you sound like a proper, you studied accounting. I had no intentions of being anybody's accountant. I had no intentions. So when we were done, my uncle gave me money to do ACCA. I used that money to do business. Till now, I'm still answering the question. But I knew I didn't want to sit down and count anybody's money. I told you I've been from 18 years, I've been paying for seminars and I've been training my mind and you want me to carry everything I know. calculating money. That cannot go well with me. I am wired for success. I'm wired to run businesses. I'm not wired to sit in a place. I don't know how to sit down in one place for so long. So when accountant, you have to pin your butt on the seat. You have to sit there, including you'll be seeing this, and the annoying part, you'll be seeing all the monies coming to the company. Most of my friends are in KPMG, Deloitte. You'll be seeing all the millions of dollars coming in. And then at the end of the day, your salary is 200,000, 500,000 for the ones that you're paying on. What is 500,000? In a day in this business, I can sell and make 3 million in commission in one day. And then in 30 days of a month, you give me 500,000. I spent it. So that was what I made up my mind. I'm not going to be an accountant for anybody. So accountant on paper, no problem. So I can't all those ones in bother. I'd rather go to school of estates. I'd rather go to school that will teach me about business administration, Lagos Business School. Then I know that I'm learning something I can apply. I cannot count anybody's money. So that was me. Okay, next one. Invest in yourself. If you don't pick anything from today's training, pick this one. Invest in yourself. You see, take courses, attend trainings, read books, travel, always learn. There is an old saying that an average person dies at the age of 25, but just get around being buried at 75. Let me explain it to you. What it means is that an average person stops learning at 25. When you leave university, you just stop learning. And when you stop learning, you are gone. It's seen as you are dead. And then they only get around burying you at 75 when you now physically die. So what he's trying to say is that if you stop learning, you are dead as a person. And you are in an industry that is very competitive. Do you know how many PBOs we have? How many real estate companies we have? The industry looks saturated. I say looks because it's not. We don't even have enough people. You are in an industry that a lot of people are in. So a lot of people are doing extras. How do you get ahead in the industry? By taking courses, by attending trainings, by reading books. If I ask how many of us have read at least one book in real estate? One book in real estate. One. That's when we start. I will. I like that. I'll ask that in my next training. Please. I'll recommend one, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Read that book. That book will open your eyes into what you should be doing as a realtor. The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Find books. I'll remember his name. Find books that can help you in your industry. You have to read books on sales, read books on leadership, read books on everything, then read books about your business, about real estate. Do you go online to look for the recent trends in real estate? Do we? Do you type real estate around the world to pay attention to the trends? Real estate in Nigeria. Do we do that? Sometimes all we type online is different other things. And the main thing that fits us, we don't pay attention to it. All this information, they are available online. It can be updated in the real estate industry every single day, online. So it's now on us to make sure that every single month, read one book with respect to what you are doing. Another book with any other thing you want to learn. So you can decide, okay, this month I'm reading Psychology of Selling by Morgan Housel. Psychology of Selling. It teaches you how to sell. It teaches you how to sell. You can read Psychology of Money, Psychology of Selling, The Art of Closing a Sale. There are so many books to read. The reason why you are not doing what you're supposed to do is because these things have not been paid attention to. if you read, you know that, okay, every single day, like, when I started talking to at least 10 people every day was from that millionaire real estate agent. When he broke it down, he did a lot of calculations in that. When he broke it down, I told myself, I'm not holding my business back. As I'm reading, I'm implementing. I read 2 pages today, I implement. Because they are so practical. So practical. And I'm like, how can I be in the real estate industry and I'm not getting knowledge that are in this industry? That are particular. You know, there are general knowledge and then there are defined knowledge for that particular field. So get knowledge in the real estate industry to help you fly. Because by the time I'm seeing us next, I want to be hearing, NAOMI, I'm now earning 300 million every single month. That would be my joy. 500 million every 2 months. My joy is full. Because that is the reason why we are here today. I don't want it to be a training that when we go home, we are not going to implement. No. All I'm giving are practical steps that when you go home, go back to your drawing board. Thank God this is the end of first quarter. Plan your second quarter. Implement these things. And I'm telling you, by the end of second quarter, your life cannot be the same if you apply them. Okay, the next one. See, billionaires save more than they spend. I think this is the last point. Billionaires save more than they spend. For you to be able to invest, you need to have a healthy saving culture. Earn money, save first, then spend the remains. Do you understand that? When you earn money, you save first. Then whatever remains after you've saved, that's what you should spend. So let's say, for example, now, 200,000 enters your hand. You remove your tithes for the ones that pay tithes. You remove half of that money as savings. The remaining one, you not share it among God with their responsibilities. Sometimes, let me tell you, first time when you start doing it, you tell yourself it's not possible. I like to be very practical. I'm not going to use a very big figure so that it's something that everybody can relate to. So we have 200,000. Just describe it. You have 200,000 naira. You remove 10% of it. 10% of it is 20,000. So you have 180,000. Yes, you can do it in your book, yes. So that you can help me back with the figures. So what's remaining is 180,000. So 180 divided into 2. 90,000. You move that 90,000 to your savings account. I don't mean your normal account. An account you have for, how many of us have real savings account that you don't have ATM, you don't have anything to, how many of us? Beautiful. Beautiful, we're making progress. So you move that 90,000 before you start spending to that account. Believe me, everything you need to sort out to enter that 90. Anything that remains should wait for the next income. That is the way to grow wealth. Sometimes you be like, that is too much. Do you know what you'll be able to save in 6 months this way? If you can be disciplined enough to do it. What it only removes is that it removes your money for hanging out. It removes your money for buying extra shoes. Like those of us that love shoes. It removes your money for drinking. It removes your money for partying. It just reduces your ashrebi money. You just find that feed from there. Because let's say if it's coming in like every week, you see feeding money there. You see so many things there. So don't worry, we are good. Thank you very much. So can you try that? If half is too much for you, you can start with 40%. If your confidence cannot carry half, which is 50%, you can do 40%. Minimum you should do is 30%. You have a question?
Yes.
Okay.
So saving half of what insurance number one, I'd rather you invest rather than savings. That's one. Number two, if at all you want to save, I don't think it should be more than 20 to 25%.
So, if at all you want to save, I do not think you should be more than 20 to 25% of what you actually earn. Let's face it, if you are earning 200,000 in Nigeria monthly, you cannot save half of it because you're going to pay rent, there's transportation. Even if you try to be frugal and maybe hang out money, actually, 200,000 is still not going to be enough. So what I told myself was, if 20% of what I'm earning isn't enough for my saving, like it's not big enough, that means I'm not getting anywhere. I should be able to get to a point that when I remove 20% from whatever I'm earning,
You should be able to live on the remaining.
yes, and then that 20% is also something you do. So it just tells you where you are financially. So if you're saving half, you're just, and again, when it comes to savings, if you do not have something in particular, I did it throughout last year. I was working from home, an international firm, and then I wasn't going anywhere. There was constant lights, I had inverter and stuff, and then I was saving half. And then without it, and when the money came, I was lost because I was like,
Okay, I said something. I said, earn money, save first, then spend the remains. But before then, okay, I said, for you to be able to invest, the savings, the reason why you are having liquid cash saved is to be able to invest. Do you understand? So that money is actually for investment. Because we are looking at you moving from where you are to where you want to be. Like you said, when they bought money now, you didn't know what to do with it. Now, that is where you needed a plan. At every plan for this savings, there's a plan for investment. Either to invest it in buy to sell, or investing in owning a plot of land or something. But the goal for the saving is to invest, not to just have money. Money sitting in your account does not give you anything. So the main reason why we're saying save this is so that, let's say for example, you have 5 million saved, and someone wants to sell, wants to Japan, wants to travel out, has a car that is 10 million naira, they just need 5 million naira. I buy the car 5 million from him, and tomorrow I sell the car 10 million. That is the reason for savings. So when we say save half, it's so that you're able to take opportunities of things that, because this kind of distress sales, they need the money urgently. So if you have a reasonable amount ready, you can have someone that have a house, let's say valued at 30 million, for example, let me not go so high, and then you have 15 million saved, and the person is telling you, okay, fine, bring me 15 million and give me this house. Give me 15 million. He takes the 15 million, you have a house of 30 million. You can sell that, you can make renovations and sell that house for 15 million. What having that large sum of money saved for is that it makes you so much money very fast. Like what you said, you tried that last day. I did it last day, I'm still doing it. What it enabled me to do, it helps me get good deals. I get the best deals because I have cash. And I get those deals, I resell them. I'm able to buy distress sales. Distress sales are beautiful if you have liquid cash. So you see something that is worth 7 million, someone is saying you just bring 2.5 million. If you can give me 2.5, you pay it effortlessly, and then when you sell it, see how much you're making already. So that is the reason.
Like it is still going to half.
Yes, I understand where you're coming from. The 200,000 we were talking about is just an example. The 200,000, if you go listen, what I was saying in a week, there are people that get 200,000 in a week. So in a week of 200,000, you're able to save 90. At the end of the month, you have saved something. In the week, that 90 that is left should carry you through that week, even into the next week, right? So we just use that figure as an example for a week. Before you do something like this, like I said, you can explore. You know what you earn. You know the circumstances surrounding your living. But whatever you do for the savings, don't go below 30% for savings. Because you need that money to take a deal that will make you so much money. The reason why billionaires are billionaires and they are remaining billionaires is because they know how to buy things off at distress level. In fact, that is one of the things that made Warren Buffett the richest man. He was buying out companies that are distressed. He had a good cash. Any company that is about to go bankrupt, he will buy you out, put you up. His money goes up. There was one company that their shares were selling for as low as $7. He bought out the company. Within a space of 3 years, he went from $7 to $7,000. Now imagine how much he made. So when I say this, it's something, we are still talking about the life of billionaires, what they do. It might not be convenient for you, but I'm telling you, this is what is making people become millionaires and remain millionaires. Becoming is easy, remaining is the key. These are the things they do. These are the things that
We can put our mind to it. You achieve it.
definitely.
Your friend will tell you, keep the money into
Yes.
If you follow that system,
It will always. There are times people, I love the fact that the class is interactive because we are sharing life experiences. That is how it should be, not something cast on stone. So it's a flexible plan. It must not be 50%. Do it according to this. What we are saying in essence is that make sure that you have savings. Not for every month, for every single money that hits your account, have a savings. Don't wait till the end of the month. Ask if it is 5,000 that hits your account, remove something from 5,000. Nothing is too small. If it is 200,000, remove every single money that hits your account. Send something from there to your. Thank God we all have savings accounts that you cannot access. Send something from there to that savings account. By the time you sit down at the end of the month and check what you've sent there, it will amaze you. You will not believe you can actually survive on the remnants, but you will. And those are the things. If you have a question.
no, it was just about the 50%.
Okay.
What is and said that what if I want to invest 50% every week as a cost?
Okay. What if you want to invest it every week? Do you have something that you can invest it every week in that will give you good returns? The reason why we are saying to save it up is so that you can take advantage of the best deals. If you are looking at investing every time, you might not really get so much. But if they are in bulk, like I was saying, a house of 30 million that you bought for 15 million, or let me just say a gadget or equipment of 30 million that you bought for 15 million, and you can easily resell at that 30 million. You've made 15 million. Why? Because you have bulk money. It's always in bulk. All these distress sales, they always come in bulk. Do you have, like, the car? The car is worth and valued at 10 million. Do you have 5 million? If you spend it every week, you don't have up to 5 million saved together. So the reason why they are saving you to have it in bulk is so that you can take advantage of those kind of deals.
You just said something about Warren Buffett buying the stock.
When they are exactly.
So, you imagine if someone had invested when he was selling it at that early stage and waited for 3 years, you eventually make money as an investor.
It's now for you to assess. You can assess. If you assess it and you see that this thing, I need to do it now, not waiting. You do it then. The only thing is you have the money on ground to be able to do it. That's the reason why we're saying we save. We are not saving to keep money in the bank. No, we are saving to take advantage of deals and make good money from there, because these are the things that will make you wealthy. 5 million here, 2 million here, 3 million there, 1 million there in extra income from all these kind of deals. That is, by the time you check at the end of the year, maybe you have made like 200 million. True. I don't want to bring down the figures because I know all of us are coming up. Okay, so finally, the next, okay, say, habits of billionaires. See, to be rich in life, you need to be rich in your mind. You've already touched this. You need your mind to be rich. You need the people around you to be rich. Say, never measure your success with what you see on social media. You will enter the wrong bus. Never ever believe successes you see on social media. You don't even know the kind of borrow and posing they are doing there. Don't let yourself to be pressured by anybody. You are on a race for yourself, not with anybody. The only person you are competing with is yourself. You are not competing with any other person on social media. So whenever anybody tells you anything, just like that lady that was building a house, just smile and walk away. When you hit your goal, they will be the one using you as reference point. So never measure your success with what you see on social media. So you can be living a nightmare and still sell dreams. That's admired. He said when he started his business, he just got married. Imagine as a man that just got married. He was going from it. They cut off his lights, they cut off his water. So every morning, him and his wife will go to a swimming pool that have a shower. He will hold towel for his wife. The wife will bathe. It's an outdoor shower. So he will just have to hold the towel, she will bathe. Then she will hold for him, he will bathe. Imagine that kind of life as newlyweds. That is the state he was in. And then you have to get up and go and talk to people that you can do it, this business, for someone that is that broke. So that's why he said you can be living a nightmare and still sell your dreams. Because inside that nightmare, his ability to see beyond where he was. He kept speaking what he wants to see, not what he was seeing. And today, he can afford to buy his wife anything he wants. Imagine having, some women, they would have abused your life. Some women would have abused, first they will go back to their father's house. Say, what kind of marriage is this? Which one is that both of them will go to an outdoor shower. Imagine, like, there's no house near swimming pool, outdoor shower. You know how outdoor showers can be in swimming pool? The water is just coming from, you just stand there outside as a lady. You will go tall. How many sides can you cover with the towel? Can you do 360 with the towel? You now shower outside. You now dress up. You hold for him. They did that for over a month. Some women would have left. That's why for today he does not joke with his wife. Some women cannot take it. They will not, they'll say, see this your vision, dream, something that you're doing. I see, just go and get another job. Just go and get a job. But she understood, walked with him, and today he's a multi-millionaire. So the next one is make sure you develop a passion for learning. This is the only way to stay on top. We already talked about it. Say find the leverage in the world so that you can be lazy. This was by Larry Page, the owner of Google. He said find the leverage in the world so that you can be truly lazy. What does that mean? If you're able to put systems in place that makes you millions and billions every single month, you cannot be lazy. You cannot decide what you want to do with your life. But you see, in that phase when you're trying to build it, you are going to work. If anybody is telling you you're not going to work, that is lying to you. You are going to put in the work. You're going to talk to people. You're going to go to places you don't want to go to. You're going to do things you don't want to do that are not illegal. But you're going to do those things. But when all those things are now in place, you can be all the lazy you want. Because imagine being lazy and every day, 100 million is entering your account. What's over 196 billion in dollars. Imagine every day, hundreds of millions. You are sleeping, hundreds of millions. You are waking up. You are in Hawaii. You are in anywhere you want to be. and money is dropping in your account. And that's another thing this business can do for you when you grow a team. If you have a working team, wherever you are, you're getting alerts. See, I get a lot of direct commission alerts, but the best alerts I enjoy are indirect commissions. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about. Indirect commissions are the sweetest. Like you don't know, sometimes your team is large enough that you don't even know who sold what. You just stay and say 180,000, 200,000, 500,000 that you do not work for. That is what this is. See, find the leverage. The leverage is growing a working team. I'm trying to bring it down to our business. Say, find the leverage in the world so that you can truly be lazy. If you actively grow a team now, you can make $1 million every month without your own sales. You know that? You can be seeing $1 million from your team members every single month without your own sales. So your own sales will now be additionals, it will not be bonuses. Then you can truly be lazy. You cannot decide this Easter, where do I want to go? So let me go to Qatar. I say, okay, France, let me go to France, Okay, this is Warren Buffett. I've talked a lot about him. He's 93 years old and he's the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. He's a renowned investment prowess. He's very good. They wrote over 100 billion. He's 136 billion as of this year. He's a very wise man. Next one. Larry Page. He's a co-founder of Google that now bought out YouTube. Say he's known for his innovative leadership, strategic vision with a network. All of them are over 100 billion. Bernard Arnault, I had to add this guy here. I didn't really talk much about him, but I had to add, he is the top richest man now, if I'm correct. He's the chairman and CEO of LVMH. That's Louis Vuitton, Moet, Hennessy. You know, he deals on luxury brands, luxury items. You know, wherever you see Hennessy, you know that there is money. All that money is going to this guy. Wherever you see Moet, is going to him. Where you see Louis Vuitton. So he is a Frenchman that understands the business industry. He is making so much money. And the thing is that when you sit down and listen to them talk, see all these principles we discussed, those are the things they all said. Because I had to watch their lives one by one. They all had all this information in common. So if they all had it in common and these are their networks, how much more us if you put it to practice? Next time they are calling top 10, they will put our names. Okay, next one. Right guy. He is not a billionaire in dollars, he's a millionaire in dollars. He's worth $450 million. But he has impacted my life more than the rest of them. If you watch this guy, your life will change. And the beautiful thing I like about him is not just a multi-millionaire. He's a man that loves God and that loves his family. You know, so many of these millionaires and billionaires, they don't believe in God and they don't have regard for their family. But this particular one stood out for me because wherever he's talking, he's talking to you about God and them. So you know that everything he's telling you, he's even telling you from the Bible too. So he says he's a renowned entrepreneur, motivational speaker, has amassed significant wealth through various ventures. His net worth is currently at $450 million and he has made a lot of impact. In all the billionaires I've mentioned, his money is not up to theirs, but more people will tell him he has impacted their lives more than the rest. Because on a constant, every single week, almost every single day, he is talking to people, he is coaching people. That's a coaching series that he does on YouTube. If you tap his name on YouTube, you see it. Just follow it, watch it, and you really learn a lot. So I think that is all. Thank you very much. So, do you have any questions, any comments, anything? Wow, it's just like she should not finish, right? Like she should just go ahead. I mean, who has been inspired? Amazing, amazing. I mean, mind blowing stuff that I kept on writing. Okay. And you know that even writing, she has drawn some salient points, not just about your finances, about your life, about your family, but you know, some salient things that in the full picture, you know, when you look at it, 360 degree, you have a fulfilled life. And that's what we are talking about. You know, I mean, I feel like I should just leave this place. I'm going to sit down and think, you know, because my mind, I'm just thinking of a lot of things right now. Okay, I know we've all said one thing or the other, but if we have questions, anything, maybe you have like, I mean, it really gives I know I've practiced this thing. And I love this, it's supposed to be a practical class. I mean, we are talking about life here. Space that we can relate to. So if you have questions, comments, even comments, if you have other things you want to tell us so that people here can learn from you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Naomi. Thank you so much. Thank God I came. I'm coming all the way from Ikeja, and it's really what is. Thank you so much for impacting on us. You see, personally, I do resolutions, I put them down, you know. My problem has always been following up, doing it the way it's supposed to be. For example, I tell myself, you must be seeing so number of persons daily, weekly, monthly, you sum it up, you know, but I will do it maybe first week, second week, before I know it. I will laugh back. Now, another challenge again is, even those people I've seen, ability to keep, you know, following law is my greatest challenge that I've not really know how to handle that. How can I be able? I have so many names that, in fact, last week somebody was like, they chatted me and said, you promised to get back on me. I felt bad. Even people I needed, I talked to about joining my team, I've not really been able to follow up. And they keep me to my promises of, okay, I must only see 10 persons, 15 persons in a day. You know, how do I be able to tackle that challenge?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Alright, no problem. I just want to say something. When starting, you know, it's always better to build momentum. 15 might be a whole lot for you to handle every single day when you are starting. So I know that if you say 5, 10, 15, you can actually start with 5. The goal here is monitor yourself in a 30-day period. Every single day, talk to 5 people. If you are able to do 5 people every day for 30 days, you can now take it up.
You can do it faster and
Beautiful. I love that. So do something you know that you can do every single day for 30 days. I always like to do a 30-day rule because anything you're able to do for 30 days, you can do it for longer. So if it is 5, if it is 2, any number, but the goal is that every single day you are doing this for your business. So what it does for you is that if you are able to follow up 3 people every day for 30 days, you'll be confident. I fulfilled it. You won't have this complaint of, I didn't do it. I just did it for 2 weeks. So 15 might be too much. 10 might be too much. Pick a figure and be committed to that figure for 30 days. Have a calendar where you tick it off. If you've done it today, you tick it off. If you've done it tomorrow, tick it off. In 30 days, that whole calendar should be full. That means you've been consistent for 30 days. Then the next month you can maintain that or add to that. What it does for you, it gives you momentum. You know, I did it last month, so I can do it. Then another one, I said following up. Do you have a plan? like a book, a planner, where you plan your daily and your weekly activities. You have a planner. You do. You use your planner every day.
For example, if I go back to it now, I'll practice it like 1 week before I know it.
A planner is something that you go everywhere. This time my bag now, you see my planner. Your planner is with you every single place you're going to. It's not something you leave at home. But it shows you today, you are calling Mr. Okoli. Tomorrow, Mr. Okoli said I should get back to him with respect to Believer Hills, with the price and form. You said deeper. So that's what I'm talking about. As a business owner, that all of us here are, you need a planner. Your planner must not, some people, for me, I like big planners. Some people have small planners for guys, so that's something that can fit into your pocket. They have a planner, a book, that in the night before the morning, you write everything you need to do, all the people you need to call, all the responses you need. Then, before you sleep, every single night, go through your plan. Then anything that is undone on that plan for that day, even if it is 12 midnight, if it's a message you need to send it out. Anything you need to do it. So that by tomorrow morning, when the person wakes up, they are seeing your feedback. That way you kept to your word of getting back. Even if it was late, you can explain I had a very busy day. That's why I sent it to you, that they kept to your word. So each and every one of us need a planner. That planner tells you what you should do. And if you're even looking at breaking your days into 3 days in one, like we discussed, you can't do that without a planner. It's your planner that tells you what you should do within the day. You might not necessarily put time to it, but just know that before night, I've done everything on this. So when you're ticking it off and you notice, I've not done this, quickly. If it's something you need, if it's something that you needed to call office or an officer, you mark it. First thing in the morning, you do it. That's the only way to organize your life. If not, you have a lot of things to do. So if you are able to get a planner today, you can buy it. You can just small notebooks from the right dates and all. But even if you are able to get the ones the right dates, even if it's all these notebooks, yes, it's good. You write, plan your life there. Say these are the things I'm doing on God. You can plan your week. When you plan a week, then every day I start doing daily. So at the end of the week, I check all the things I wrote down I'm supposed to do for the week and be sure that I've ticked it up. If there is anyone remaining, if it's Sunday evening, I'll make sure I do it. Because if not, we get so how much can the brain carry? So you need to be referring to somewhere to be effective. So that's not good for business. So to show profit, you need a plan. So when you're able to plan, and then secondly, you're able to trim down the number to people you can comfortably do follow-ups and calls on for every day for the next 30 days. Was there any other question?
Question is, to know if let's say you're in diaspora and then you want to make sale down here, how do you go about it?
In diaspora, I want to make sales here. You have a team. You have a team lead. I suppose yes, everybody has a team lead. So what you can do, you can work with your team lead. For example, currently I have a team member that is about to relocate. She was telling me her concern is how we should continue. I said, that is beautiful. You become our market there. I'm available for you here. So what they do, if they are in diaspora, is it that you are marketing to those people there to buy, or you are still selling to those in Nigeria? Which one? Both. So if it's for those there is easy, the person here, because you have a team lead, you have an upline. So the upline will help you get the videos across, or you can call the offices. Any office you call now that you need the video of the property, happily they'll send it to you. So for the people abroad in different countries, I actually like having team members there because it's less saturated. You just be like the sole person there. So from there, you send your clients videos of the estates. When they make payments, you get your payments. So anywhere you are, there is no issue. You know, we've gone beyond just Nigeria now. Personally, I have team members in different countries. I have team members in the UK. I have team members in different places, Australia. So those people, they sell from where they are. All I need to do is give them the support. Oh, Naomi, I need this video. I'll send it to you. I need properties in Asaba. I need properties in Edo. I need properties in this place. All the properties, I'll send you the video and they show it to the people there. When they are good to go, they need payments. If they need, that's why I say you need to work with your team leader and the online. If they need a live video, I also do that for some of my people. I go on live inspection, we do a live video call, like as I'm on the property, the scene. So those are the kind of things that the person here in Nigeria can help them organize. And it wasn't, if you have a team lead that is not available to do all that for you, you can reach out to the office. Someone from the office can do that for you. They will just help you on a live call, video call, so that the clients will see it. It's very possible. So anywhere everybody is right now is no limitation for using these. Thank you. So any last question?
I'm expecting a question from Mr.
Yes, actually.
Okay. You already asked the
Yeah, I was
question.
going to ask about that to the diaspora, so.
Oh, fantastic. Wow, it's been such an amazing time, right? So next time we're calling for, see, one thing we are determined to do this year and always in PWAN Perfection